After several years of service on the marches, you have been forced to leave Doriath after a quarrel with Seros, one of Thingol's councillors, ended in his death. Staying would have meant facing the king's doom. Wandering aimlessly at first, you have joined a band of outlaws led by Forweg. These desperate men are called Garwaith by the woodmen. Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken. Here I am delving once again into the Tales from the Cards custom first stage content with the second adventure pack of the Doom Mastered cycle among the Outlaws. And as you can see, I'm doing an interesting thing here. Círdan is the only hero in the second deck. That is because of this particular attachment from the core first stage set. Technically I should have done this before opening hand and mulligan, but it doesn't matter that much. Because of course there's a setup instruction on this card. And the thing is, if I'd drawn it in my opening hand, I could have just drawn an extra card to replace it, and that comes out to the same thing. So, Solitary Outlaw. Note 1 hero. Setup. Attached to a hero, this hero must be the only hero you control. Attached hero gets +2 willpower, +2 attack, +2 defense, +2 hit points, and does not exhaust the quest. So, this is what makes the difference, and can make a single hero deck kind of work. So, I don't need this rules card. And yes, I mulliganed this hand looking for resourceful. This hand, on the other hand, is pretty great already. Shadowy Cloak is a good thing to start with. Mid for loss is decent. High Kingship, if I can get Elf Friend, because there's that slight oddity that, of course, well, actually no, it makes sense that Círdan is not a Noldor. Well, none of these characters are Noldor. I am intending to make Círdan the High King of the Noldor, despite him being a Teleri, but yes, anyway. So, set up for the quest. Set all enemy and treachery cards with the Garwaith trait aside out of play. They are all here. Because, of course, this quest was made before the introduction of the second special deck. So, the only option was to have one special deck, and then the other stuff just had to go on the table. But since there now is a second special deck, I'm actually going to move all these. This is the Dilemma deck, which comes a bit later in the setup. I'm going to put that in the second special deck, and put all of the Garwaith cards into the... I don't need to shuffle it, but into the first special deck. Shuffle all Dilemma cards together into a Dilemma deck. That is this. Add Fellowship with the Outlaws to the staging area. Put Forweg and Androg into play, ally side face up. Each player searches the encounter deck for a different location and adds it to the staging area. Forweg and Androg both go under the control of the first player. Fellowship with the Outlaws. Forced. After the third Dilemma objective is added to the victory display, advance to stage 2A and remove Fellowship with the Outlaws from the game. Forced. After the player's quest unsuccessfully, reveal the top card of the Dilemma deck. If there are 7 cards in the Dilemma deck discard pile, the players lose the game. That's because, obviously, there are 9 cards in the Dilemma deck, and you need to get 3 into the victory display to advance the quest. So if 7 of them get into the discard pile, then there are only 2 left, which means it is impossible for you to get the 3 you need to win. Yes. And of course, the dilemmas happen when we quest unsuccessfully, so I have to deliberately quest unsuccessfully a few times in order to deal with the dilemmas, and that can have problems for my threat. So it's one of the interesting balancing acts that this quest throws at you. Our objective allies here: Forweg 2425. Forced Forweg declares and resolves an attack against a random woodmen enemy engaged with the first player at the end of the combat phase. They both have, if they replay, the players leave the game. Androg 1325. Each woodman enemy gets -5 engagement cost for each corruption on heroes that the first player controls. And different location for each player. So obviously I'm going to take this one, Woods of Tegrin, because it surges, and I avoid that by adding it to the staging area now rather than revealing it later. All but one of the locations have different effects depending on which stage you're on. In this case, stage 1 response: after it's explored, each player draws 1 card. Stage 2, while it's in the staging area, all Galway enemies get +1 threat, +1 attack, and +1 defense. And then I think I'm going to go for the Tilled Field. In stage 1, when it's explored, add 1 resource to each hero's resource pool. Stage 2, when revealed, each player must exhaust a hero he controls. 2 threat, 4 quest points. The other option, 2 threat, would be the Forest Clearing, which has you lower your threat when you explore it on stage 1, but since I already have Song of Luthien here for some threat reduction and Brethil Hound, I think I would rather get the extra resources to play some of these useful cards. Oh yes, the other point to note is that, of course, as I say, I have to deliberately quest unsuccessfully in order to face the dilemmas which allow me to advance the quest. But that does mean that nothing will happen as long as I keep questing successfully, so I can take a bunch of time just to gradually set up before advancing and make sure I'm ready when I do. So let's flip this over. The Galwaith raid the woodmen relentlessly in the winter. You must choose: restrain their evil deeds or take part in them. Forced. The players must travel to a location during the travel phase if able. Forced. After a location is explored, deal X corruption among characters the first player controls. X is the threat of that location. And forced. After a woodman enemy is destroyed, deal 1 corruption to each character that participated in the attack. If Forweg or Androg participated in the attack, deal 1 corruption to each hero controlled by the engaged player. So, let's control M. There's my elf friend, so I can get High Kingship set up next round. But first, let's just play the Shadowy Cloak onto Luthien, and Nymphalos onto Círdan. And over here, Resourceful onto Círdan. So, there is 3 threat in the staging area. Given the possibility that I'll reveal a card with at least 3 threat, I would like to be questing with Baron. And then perhaps I quest with Boar as well, and just leave it at that, even though Círdan will not exhaust to quest and be questing for 5 thanks to Solitary Outlaw. I'm kind of being cautious. There's no active location for me to explore right now. I haven't drawn any of my side quests, so there's no point in me making progress, but if I quest cautiously, then there's a possibility, depending on how much threat I reveal, that I might quest unsuccessfully and be able to just do a dilemma right off the bat. So, I'm going to just go for 5. We'll take in Hunter. And Horn Calls. I do not like this card. Each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Woodman enemy and put it into play engaged with him. Then each engaged Woodman enemy makes an immediate attack. Alright, well I can't cancel it. So... right, I definitely don't want that hand Woodman. I could take Takeling Hunter. I could take Homestead Defender. Let's definitely take a Takeling Hunter here, and I think I will have a Homestead Defender on this side. And then they each make an immediate attack. So, the Takeling Hunter, while it's engaged with the player, all enemies engaged with that player get +1 attack. So that includes the Takeling Hunter himself, so he's attacking for 3. I will defend with Androg. Takes 1 damage. Over here, Kierdan can defend for 4. That's a solitary outlaw. Deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. If that enemy is destroyed, deal 1 corruption to the defending character. Discard those shadow cards. I only added 2 threat to the staging area, which means I have broken even. So I don't get to do a dilemma because I didn't quest unsuccessfully, but I also don't make any progress that I don't need. Now let's travel to the Woodland table. I'm not engaging this Taken Hunter. So now we come to the combat phase. I'll defend with 4-Wake. Takes 1 damage. I'll exhaust the Shadowy Cook, put a resource on it, and I guess I'll take this undefended. No shadow, 1 damage. And now at the end of the combat phase, the phrasing is slightly weird here. Usually you'd expect effects like this to be phrased forced at the end of the combat phase. 4-Wake declares and resolves an attack against one, and so on. There's no particular reason why it has to be that way. That's just the sort of standard way that things are phrased in the cards in the official content. And I don't know if it was a deliberate choice by Ian to do it differently, or if it just occurred to him this way. It just seems slightly weird. Of course, an interesting point, 4-Wake is exhausted at this point, but I have to assume that that doesn't matter, because otherwise it would be trivially easy to avoid this effect, which, you potentially want to, because killing the Woodmen will cause you corruption, especially having 4-Wake kill them for you. But you could just quest with him, or defend with him, and avoid the problem. So I have to assume that he can do it even while exhausted. So he attacks for 4. There's only 1 enemy engaged with me, so it has to be this one. And 4 is enough to kill it, which means I put 1 corruption on each hero I control. So 4-Wake or Androg participated in the attack. Deal 1 corruption to each hero controlled by the engaged player. This shadow card is discarded, because now, whenever this deck is first player, because of Androg, Woodman enemies will be getting -15 engagement cost. But I have a plan to get around that. So in the refresh phase, 4-Wake and Androg come across to this side of the table. Go to remove this deck a bit further over. And let's control N. Extra resource. Resourceful. And, well, I could play some of this stuff. Do I want to? Over here I'm going to play Elf Friend and High Kingship. It's the plan. I could get the Oath of Friendship set up as well. Which I think would require not spending anything here. On the other hand, I could certainly save that. Oh, yeah, no, let's play the Green Elf Ranger. And then over here, let's make clear down an Elf Friend. So now he has the Noldor trait, and I can make him High King of the Noldor. Of course, using the official Elf Friend attachment rather than the first stage one, because the official one can go on any character, as opposed to the first stage one, which specifically only goes on Edine heroes. Also, this one is neutral rather than spirit. That's of course High Kingship to get 2 resources back, which I can't now spend because of the sequence of planning. But that's alright. Now, I would quite like to get through this location, so yeah, so there's 4 threats in the staging area. I'm requesting for 3, 5, 10, 15. Now, do I want to use the Green Elf Ranger, or... No, I think just in case I want some attack power, I'll hold him back. Actually, no I won't. Naming... Oh, actually no, yes I will. I'll not use him. So 15 against 4. Horn calls again. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Okay, so again, the Teglin Hunter, and over here it's going to be the Homestead Defender. Shuffle, and then each engaged woodman enemy makes an immediate attack. So, alright. Attacking 3. And then there's big. All enemies engaged with the defending player get +1 attack until the end of the phase. So, this is a 4 and this is a 3. Forward will defend this one, and this is undefended. I'll put the 1 damage on Luthien. Okay, that was the first card of staging. And a Homestead Defender. So I make 9 progress, explore the woods of Teglin, which, since they're 1 threat, I place 1 corruption on my Green Elf Ranger, and each deck draws a card. Okay, Centigrade and Song of Battle. Nice. Travel to the tilled field. Now, of course, it's important to note, Androg is giving -5 engagement plus for each corruption on heroes the first player controls, but it's just heroes, not allies. So the corruption on the Green Elf Ranger does nothing here. Now, we come to the combat phase. Kierdan can defend this, and that's fine. This will have to be undefended. 2 damage. Kierdan has 6 hit points, so it's not too bad. And this is likewise undefended. And more damage on Lithium. At the end of the combat phase, Forweg declares and resolves an attack against a random woodman enemy engaged with the first player. So let's have a random number, 1 to 2. 1. So here's the Homestead Defender. Note, while Homestead Defender is engaged with a player, woodman enemies engaged with that player not named Homestead Defender cannot be attacked by non-objective characters. That's the thing, it's non-objective characters. So Forweg can still randomize, but if I were to declare attacks normally, I would have to attack the Homestead Defender. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. I was hoping that Forweg would kill the Hunter, but no such luck. Oh, obviously I exhaust the Shadowy Cloak to get another resource on it. And now, Control N. Again. There's Elf, more extra resource, extra 2 resources. Play Send for Aid. Requesting there. Now on Unexpected Courage onto Kierdan. It's just. Yeah. Oh, no. Didn't want to exhaust them. Yeah, there we go. Mutually arranged, and that's obviously it. I'm also going to exhaust the Shadowy Cloak to put another resource on it, and now here's an interesting thing. If Androg leaves play, the players lose the game, but I'm going to attach him to Kierdan. Now, this character is considered to be out of play, but by my interpretation, he's not actually out of play. He hasn't actually left play. He's just considered to be out of play. Similarly to how when a boss enemy is considered to be engaged with a player, it hasn't actually engaged that player. It doesn't trigger effects like Mablung. So similarly, I think a character who is considered to be out of play has not actually left play, and thus this does not cause me to lose the game. I'm also going to attach Luthien to Kierdan. So Kierdan, with 2 characters attached, will have plus 2 defense, which on top of the 2 from Solitary Outlaw means he will be defending for 6. And since Androg is considered to be out of play, his text does not apply, so the Woodmen enemies are not getting minus 15 engagement cost. I suppose with Luthien on it would only be minus 10. Anyway, now over here, let's see. I think I want to be questing well this round, so okay, so obviously I can play the Song of Battle, which would enable Gondolin. Yeah, actually getting down a Gondolin Guard is definitely a good idea. So Song of Battle, Gondolin Guard, and now either another Gondolin Guard or Elven Mail. Let's go with Elven Mail, giving Círdan another 2 hit points and Sentinel, so he has 8 hit points, well 8 maximum hit points, 5 current hit points, and he's a Sentinel. Of course, this is again a case where it's required for him to be an elf friend, for him to have this Elven Mail, despite the fact that he's already an elf. Ian has mentioned that he's considered the possibility of making a ruling for the first stage that the Teleri trait counts as the Sylvan trait for purposes like attachments, but he hasn't said for definite that that is going to be a thing, so I am treating it as not a thing. So, there is 4 threat in the staging area. Let's quest for 3, 5, 7, 12, exhausting the Green Elf Ranger, naming location. So questing 12 against 4. I might not make it through, but in fact I can't get all the way through the side quest, but whatever. No law but their needs. Either each player must immediately exhaust and commit 1 hero to the quest, or raise each player's threat by 4. Well, this player cannot exhaust and commit a hero to the quest because it only has 2 heroes and they're both already questing, so I guess I have to raise threats by 4. Which means I am going to have to engage this token Hunter, which could be a problem. And second reveal, Dogs and Fences. Each player must choose either deal X damage among heroes he controls, where X is equal to the number of engaged Woodmen enemies plus 2, or treat the printed text box of each non-objective character he controls as equal to blank except for keywords and traits until the end of the round. Oh. So the number of engaged Woodmen. The number of engaged Woodmen enemies is 3, so that would be 5 damage. Which I could assign 5 damage because Baron has 4 max hit points and Boar has 3, so that would be possible. I couldn't assign the damage here. I would have to just treat all my text boxes as blank, except for keywords and traits, which would be fine. I suppose Yeah, Kierdan would lose his defense bonus, but he'd probably still be okay. And they'll still come back healed at the end of the round, because then Kierdan's text will be back. So I guess because I really kind of want Boar's text, I think. Do I? I don't know. Maybe I don't care. I'm going to have to engage this, but being able to ready. Oh yeah, no, that was the thing. So yeah, so I'll deal the damage. 4, 5, and Kierdan. Well, all the text boxes over here are blank. But I've added no threat. I'm going to trigger for the Faithful, discarding a corruption to ready him. Gets +2 attack and +1 willpower until the end of the round. So that adds 1 more willpower. I'm making 9 progress. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost made it through the side quest, but not quite. So after Tilled Field is explored, add 1 resource to each. Oh. So Luthien, I guess, does not get the resource because she's not in play. And, of course, I have to place 2 corruption, which is why I wanted to remove 1 from the board first. And now I have to engage this taking hunter. So it's going to be here. Some shadows. Oh no, hang on, no, I'm going to have to spread out the corruption. Because Forweg could put corruption on both my heroes if he kills the Takeman Hunter, and I don't want Boar to just become corrupted. So, here's my other problem. I only have 3 defenses available. Because obviously I'm not defending with Boar. So, okay. Attacking for 3, 2, 3, and 2. So defending this Homestead Defender, that's fine. Defending the Hunter. All enemies engaged with the defending player get +2 defense until the end of the phase. Okay. Defending this Hunter. Nothing. Undefended. 2 more damage. And, well, I could attack back, but it wouldn't do anything because of this shadow effect, giving +2 defense to each of them. However, that wears off at the end of the phase before Forweg's forced effect happens. So, random number 1, 2, 2. I have some serious problems here, but there may be ways to deal with them. At the end of the round, these characters come back, and they're healed. Control N, and Blue Mountains. Get some more resources. Okay, so let's play both my remaining Gondlin Guards and a Dwarf of the Blue Mountains, who gets +1 hit point for each unique attachment I control. High Kingship and Nymphalos are both unique. So this dwarf has 4 hit points. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Angrist onto Baron. I'm going to pay 2 for Song of Luthien. Drop each dex threat by 3. Now I'm going to use Luthien's ability, exhausting here, and paying 2 resources from the Shadowy Cloak. 210, this taken hunter, face down, and then I'm going to exhaust Baron and Angrist to choose a face down enemy, turn that enemy face up, and deal 4 damage to it, which kills it. And interesting point here. After a Woodman enemy is destroyed, deal 1 corruption to each character that participated in the attack. In this case, I did not attack that Woodman enemy. Direct damage doesn't count. So I'm safe. And now let's see. Yeah, now I am going to attach Baron to Círdan so that he can get healed up. I think that'll be it. So there's 2 threats in the staging area. I want 1 progress on Send for Aid. So request for 7. I suppose there's no real harm in overdoing it a bit. So 9. And let's go. With the take Surge. Action Stockade. The Baron was in play and questing, he would gain the resource, but he's not. And Dogs and Fences. Could probably blank some text boxes. I think I'm okay with blanking text boxes. Of course, worth noting that it's blank except for keywords and traits. There are a lot of cards like this in the regular game that are just blank except for traits. And those are more frustrating because you lose Sentinel and Ranged. But in this case, keywords are specifically called out, so my Gondolin Guards retain Sentinel. So yeah, let's just blank a bunch of text boxes. And I've added 4 threats, so I'm making 3 progress, which is enough to explore Send for Aid. So, Control X, and Breathal Hound would be nice, but Barrack here is a big deal. So, that is coming into play. And on this side, look at top 10 cards. Daeron. Daeron is definitely the ally that I really want here. And having put him into play, let's exhaust him to draw 2 cards. And discard. The second block of Blue Mountains. Alright. So I don't want to go to the Head and Stockade. As you can see, while it's the active location, all woodmen enemies get +2 defense and 0 engagement cost. Let's go to the tip. And now shadow cards. Okay. So Círdan can defend twice. The Gondolin Guards can all defend. This is fine. Let's have Círdan defend this. And he's fine. And Gondolin Guard defend this. Gondolin Guard can Sentinel defend this. I will exhaust the Shadowy Hook to put a resource on it. Círdan can attack with his 3 to 2 damage on the Taken Hunter. And that's it at the end of combat phase. I'll randomize. Random number 1 to 2 gives me 2. So forward kills the Taken Hunter. I put 1 corruption into Círdan. Discard these shadow cards. At the end of the round, Baron comes back. Here with 3 damage. Forweg and Androg come back over here. At this point, I'm getting pretty well set up. I really need to start facing some dilemmas, so I need to quest unsuccessfully. Song of Gladness, which I currently cannot play because I'm engaged with an enemy. Pay 3 for a Breckle Hound. Yeah, let's see. Exhaust down. Draw 2. Discard Song of Battle, since I already have one. And all the tactics cards that I actually want are already in play, I think. Now, let's see, Secrets of Craft right now would... Nymph is an item, Elven Mail is an item, so it would draw 2 cards. Not that bothered. I'm going to attach Androg to Círdan. Maybe I should do forward as well. I need to heal for Yeah, let's see, I certainly could set up the Oath of Friendship, and yeah, I think it's worth doing that. So, Oath of Friendship on Baron, and let's go search my deck for the other Oath of Friendship, which turns out to be the very next card, and play that onto Círdan, since he has all the resource generation. Over here, I'm going to play Hidden House onto Hedge and Stockade, which obviously renders the 0 engagement cost part of it irrelevant, because enemies won't make engagement checks when it's active. And play Burning Brand onto Círdan. So, how many attachments does Círdan have? I'm just curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2 characters. Well, it's pretty good going. Now, do I want to do another Angrist thing? I think I might want to. How much quest in the staging area? 5. And I can easily just quest for 5. That seems reasonable, so let's exhaust Luthien, then 2 from the Shadowy Cloak, turn this Homestead Defender face down, and then use Angrist to get rid of him, which means that Forweg will not have a chance. I suppose Forweg couldn't have killed him because he only had 1 damage. But, well, apart from anything else, it means that I have less enemies hanging around to screw me over. So, yeah, I'm just going to quest with Círdan for 5. Well, I can now play this Song of Gladness. Yeah, so I'm questing for 5. And I reveal. Now this was why I wanted to save it, because because I did specifically think of this exact. Well, obviously not this exact possibility. I didn't predict what my staging would be, but if I reveal more threat, then I have the option of using Luthien to turn this guy face down, and then still use Angrist to kill him afterwards. That's removing 2 threat from the staging area, so in fact I just have a total of 7, and I only lose the quest by 2, rather than 4. Which could be a significant difference. Get the Shadowy Cloak to put a resource on it. And now I've just quested unsuccessfully, so here's my first dilemma. Raid the homestead. In the bitter winter, the Galwaith steal food and supplies from the woodmen. Will you help them take from those who are also struggling to survive? When revealed, either each player deals X corruption to a hero he controls to add X resources to that hero's resource pool, or add Raid the Homestead to the victory display and discard all resources from play. Any hero that does not discard a resource takes 2 damage. This is why Boar is being healed, because I didn't want to kill him with this damage, and I knew this was a possibility. So, victory display. Discards all. It does say discards all resources from play, so that includes the cloak. I should have waited. And I'm just going to put a resource on here to remind me that I have added 1 dilemma to the victory display so far. So, now, shadows. Círdan can be flamed twice, and he has a burning brand. So, nothing happens. And nothing happens at the end of combat phase. Forward automatically attacks, deal 1 damage. Forward's going to come over here. Boar comes back to here. He is healed. Androg comes off Círdan, but I'm just going to attach him again because I'd never want to be reducing the enemy's engagement costs at this point, so I'm just going to keep attaching him to Círdan every single round to avoid that. So, control in, and get some extra resources. Okay, let's play Scout ahead. Sure, Guildhall's cancel if I'm questing unsuccessfully, but actually no, I want to try and get through Scout ahead. So that's fine. In which case, let's play the Elder of the Realm. And over here, let's exhaust Shadowy Cloak to resource on it. Now let's see, there is 7 threat in the staging area. How much am I going to be questing for? 5, okay, 5, 7. You can potentially use the Ranger. 9, 14, 16, potentially 17. I need 7 progress. So yeah, okay. I want to keep Baron available. So I'm questing for 20. Exhaust the Green Elf Ranger in the location. Actually, no, don't exhaust the Green Elf Ranger at all. Just go for 20. Reveal Tilled Field, and we can take damage surge into Tilled Field. So that's 5 additional threat. I make 8 progress. Which explores this, so I have to assign 1 corruption, which I'll put on the end of the realm, and each deck draws a card. And of course I've also just explored Scout ahead, so now I get to look at the top 6 cards of the encounter deck. One of them I can add to the victory display, and the others I can rearrange. So let's just have it go as a shadow card. So Hedge and Stockade actually sticks around for both stages of the quest, so that's what I'm going to get rid of. However, okay, I have 2 enemies. Oh, yeah. So sorry, I meant to. Oh no, because I was questing with 4-way. Okay, yeah, I guess I can take the 1 extra point of corruption. So, yeah, so I can use this to know exactly what my staging will be next round, which will make it a lot easier to quest unsuccessfully. Let's just So I'm going to have 2 shadow cards, and then 2 cards of staging next round. Or I could play Gilda's Cancel next round, in which case only 1. But I might want to save that for when I don't know what's coming. So I suppose, let's see. I mean, I probably could do that. Oh, actually, no. No, I'm going to keep that as a shadow card. And so then I don't... Okay, so this will be the other shadow card, because I don't want it revealed. And so then I know that I'm getting 4 threat next round. Or 2 if I play Gilda's Cancel. Now, I should travel. Maybe something you said. At this point, I'm going for the unsuccessful questings. So let's go to the Hedge and Stockade. Because it will still be around when I advance to stage 2. So now let's deal these shadow cards, which I know what they are. I take this attack undefended. Deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. If that enemy is destroyed, deal 1 corruption to the defending character. But there is no defending character, because I knew this was going to happen. So there's no one for me to assign corruption to. Kidan will defend this. That's fine. Now let's see. Let's exhaust and draw 2 cards. Okay. Discard this hidden house. My items are now up to 1, 2, 3. Secrets of Craft. Have this deck draw 3 cards. Yep. Those are some decent cards to have. Test of Will in particular. If I'm okay with corrupting my Green Elf Ranger, then actually I could take down this Homestead Defender, but I don't think that I need to, so I'm not going to. Right. Forward comes back over here. And Control N. Forge of Balagost. That's the one thing that I was really still looking for. So, okay, over here. Yeah, I don't have to play Gilda's Cancel. So let's use the Oath of Friendship to transfer 2 resources to Baron, so that I can play Eristor. Discard Angrist to draw Elf Friend. Now, play 2 for Unexpected Courage. Maybe. Oh no, let's play 2 for. Actually, no, but let's pay 3 for Morwen. Actually, No, I am going to go back to thing 2 for Song of Luthien. So it's down to 25 and 15. And yeah, sure, that's Luthien, this Homestead Defender, and then Angrist to death, and then attach Baron to Círdan. Over here, let's attach the Forge of Belagost to this Dwarf of the Blue Mountains, giving him another hit point, and then I can exhaust the Dwarf and the Forge. Deal X damage on a character. X is the number of item attachments on that character. Círdan has 3 items. And that was the wrong button and targeting the wrong character. So, okay, there is currently 9 threats in the staging area. I know that I'm revealing another 4, so there's going to be 13. I can quest for 5, 7, location, we already do 11. 5, 7, 9, that would be 11. So I won't exhaust the Ranger. And then I trigger ball. So I'm questing for 10. Oh no, so I'm questing for 12, but there will be 13 threat. I can play this Sound of Gladness. By 3. And I quest unsuccessfully by 1. So, dilemma. Punish the trespassers. The Galwaith do not allow outsiders to tread on their land. Will you join them in waylaying the trespassers, or will you speak for mercy? When revealed, either each player must exhaust a character he controls to discard a woodman enemy from play, or add to punish the trespassers to the victory display, and each player must search the encounter deck and discard power for a woodman enemy and put it into play engaged with him. One of these must be Hound of the Woodman with able. So, victory display. And let's go get some enemies. Hound of... And this is going to be shuffled in the encounter deck. But okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll put the Hound here. And sure, let's take a Hunter on this side. The counter deck is close to running out. I am not engaging any additional enemies, so I don't have to. Círdan will defend both. Oh, sorry. At the start of the encounter phase, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Add that enemy to the staging area. This ability does not stack with other copies of Hound of the Woodman. So technically I should be starting with shadow cards. Okay, so this Takeman Hunter is added to the staging area. This is the shadow card. Yeah, and this is this shadow card. So Círdan is defending both of these, and since he has Burning Brand, the shadow effects wouldn't matter even if there were any. Okay, so there's 1 card left in the encounter deck, and it is a 4-threat location. I remember from when I was just looking at the encounter deck. So, at this point... Yeah, okay. Let's attack for 6. Boar, of course, is... No, wait, did I trigger boar this round? Yes, I did. So boar is 3, 5, 6. Enough to take down the hound. Each of these characters takes a corruption. And I can trigger the Breathill Hound to lower my threat by 1. Exhaust Shadowy Cloak to gain a resource. I will ignore the Teglin Hunter. Baron is going to come back and be healed. Forward is over here. It's possible that I might not. Oh, do I want to dare on at this point? I think I do. Okay. Discard the Doriath Messenger. It's not that big a deal at this point. Oh, and there should be another resource on Fellowship of the Outlaws. Control N. And a side quest, which I'm not going to do at this point. Okay. So, I want to play Gildor's Council this round. And let's see, I have no particular need for more leadership resources, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's play this resourceful. And I guess that's it. Well, no, there's something else I can do, which is play Secrets of Craft again to have this deck draw. It's 4 cards now, yeah, because I control a Titan Attachment control. I control the Forge of Belagost as well now, which is also an item. Forge of Belagost plus the 3 items on here down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards. Okay. And then I am also going to discard Nymphalos to Air Storage, draw another card. So I want to hold on to 1 for a test of will. Let's play double back, because why not? Let's play Unexpected Courage onto Baron. Actually, I don't need to save the test of will, because I know exactly what I'm reviewing. Speaking of which, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15. So it's going to be 19. Correct. Or if I use the Green Elf Ranger, it could be just 16. So I can quest for 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 19, 22. This is too much already. Okay, so 22, that takes it back to 17, and then I trigger ball. And I'm questing for 18. Cool. So wondering about some of parting a bit. Obviously I'd have to hold more characters back for that to work. So yeah, I mean maybe I hold back the Order of the Realm and then I can play Song of Parting. Okay. So that's that. Outlaws Council. And we reveal Scattered Homestead. Baron gains a resource and then spends it on Song of Parting. So he's +2 everything until the end of the round. Now, Scattered Homestead authorites 6 quest points. While Scattered Homestead is in the staging area, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck at the end of the round until an enemy is discarded. Add that enemy to the staging area. Again, sort of odd phrasing. You think of the while it's in the staging area, it gains forced. At the end of the round, discard cards, and so on. But never mind. Okay, so I have lost by 1. So Dilemma. Number 3. Cull the Weak. The weak are viewed as a hindrance by the Outlaws. Will you defend the weakest among you, or give in to the idea that only the strong should survive? When revealed, either each player must discard the character he controls with the fewest hit points to remove all damage from one character he controls, or add Cull the Weak to the victory display, and each player must deal 3 damage to a hero he controls. Okay, so I add this to the victory display. Deal 3 damage to Baron, and 3 damage to Círdan. And then I'm going to exhaust Dwarf of the Blue Mountains and the Forge of Belagos to heal up 3 damage. Well, technically that will happen after quest advancement, because that happens right now. Control. You have defended the Woodmen and shed the blood of some of the Outlaws. Now you must win their respect through force of arms or persuasion, and seize control of the Fellowship if you hope to survive. When revealed, flip Forweg and Androg to their enemy sides, remove all tokens from them and place them in the staging area. Discard all Woodmen enemies. Remove all enemy and treachery cards with the Woodmen trait from the encounter deck and discard pile and set them aside out of play. Shuffle the set-aside enemy and treachery cards with the Garwave trait into the encounter deck. Reveal 1 encounter card per player. So, I take this damage off Forweg. I ready these 2 and flip them to their enemy sides and put them in the staging area. Forweg, they're both relentless, and they both have 0 engagement cost. Forweg, 2/4/2/5. Allies cannot attack or defend against Forweg. Forced, after Forweg makes his first attack each round, he engages the next player and makes an immediate attack. Discard and deal a new shadow card for this attack. And Androg gets +1 attack for each hero you control with at least 1 corruption. So these are all gone at this point, as are all the other Woodmen cards that are still in the encounter deck. So let's just drag them onto the table for the moment. I have a lot of locations in play, so this is turning out to be most of the encounter deck that I'm getting rid of. The problem with being forced to quest unsuccessfully is obviously it makes it easier to get location locked.
Oh no, sorry, I don't have anywhere to put them yet. But now here are all the Galway cards. Move all to an encounter deck. And now I can put all the Woodland cards back in there. And make sure this is shuffled. And reveal one encounter card per player. Blood upon the Grass. When revealed, each player must choose either raise his threat by 1 for each corruption on characters he controls, or choose one character he controls with at least 1 corruption. That character is immediately corrupted. Or a Test of Will. Good thing I saved for it after all. And Cruel Robber. That adds not a damage. Adds another resource to Baron. I could play another Song of Parting, targeting Eristor, but I don't think I need to. And before I actually... Oh, hang on, I should flip this over. Galway enemies may be attacked with willpower instead of attack. If an enemy would be damaged this way, place progress tokens on it instead of damage tokens. When an enemy has progress equal to its hit points, add it to the victory display and place those progress tokens on the quest. When revealed, place 5 progress tokens on this quest stage for each card in the discard pile of the Dilemma deck. The players cannot defeat this stage while Thought Wave is in play. If the players defeat this stage, they have won the game. So, before I actually move on to this, I'm just going to show you the other dilemmas that I didn't find. There are 5 different dilemmas, of which one has only 1 copy and the other 4 have 2 each. So we saw Cull the Weak, we saw Raid the Homestead, and we saw Punish the Trespassers. There's also Turn a Blind Eye. The Galway are hardened men and have committed deplorable acts in their latest ranging. Will you ignore their misdeeds or challenge them? Which either each player must deal 1 corruption to a hero he controls to reduce his threat by 3, or add Turn a Blind Eye to the victory display and exhaust all heroes in play. That one would potentially have been great for me, especially early on, because since I was keeping my threat down and avoiding... the idea, at least, was to avoid engaging enemies. It got sort of screwed up by horn calls, but in theory I was supposed to be avoiding engaging enemies, so exhausting my heroes wouldn't have mattered to me. And the one of which there's only 1 copy, Larnach's Daughter. A young woman is running for her life. Will you interfere with the man pursuing her, or leave her to her fate? Forward declares an attack on Larnach's Daughter. The first player may declare an eligible defender against this attack. If no character is destroyed by this attack, add Larnach's Daughter to the victory display. If no defender is declared, each player deals 3 corruption among characters he controls. So that's an interesting one, where there's a middle ground, where you could declare the defender and avoid the corruption, but if they die, you still don't get to add this to the victory display. But I was hoping that I would be okay to deal with this, because of course there's nothing about like a shadow card, so it would just be forward attacking for 4. Obviously Círdan could take that just fine. Baron, if he was fully healed, could also do it. And actually, either of my other heroes could do it boosted by... Oh no, I couldn't boost them with Barra here because he triggers after a shadow card is revealed. But anyway, so we are now on stage 2. The enemies do not make engagement checks because I'm still at a hidden house. However, I obviously do want to deal with these enemies. Now, I could... Oh no, I was about to say I could Angrist this guy, but actually I couldn't because I don't have enough resources. Oh, hang on. Yes, I could. Because now I do have enough resources. So that is an option that is available to me. But of course, there's clear benefit to me potentially using the option where I attack with willpower, and that makes me progress on the quest. Now, what I may want to consider is, well, what I definitely want to consider is what I'm doing about Forweg. Because his forced effect means he attacks twice, so he's difficult to deal with. I want to, if I engage him, then I want to be sure I'm getting rid of him this round. And I could potentially do that. So, I guess I should. And yeah, maybe... Can I do Forweg and Androg? Let's see. So, Androg, of course, he only gets plus attack for heroes with corruption, not allies. So if he engages this deck, he will only attack for 4. If he engages this deck, he'll attack for 5. Because Boar is still fine with no corruption. Question is, how much willpower can I bring to bear? Yeah, I'm not sure if I can do Androg right away. Especially since I also have to deal with Forweg. The Cruel Robber... nope, still can't. Oh well, I can't go here. So, okay, so Forweg is going to engage here, and then... Oh, in which case I'd have to do option 1 here. Now, can I deal with this if I do it? So I need 7 willpower to take down Forweg. I do want to do it with willpower, because it advances the quest that bit quicker. So I could do 5, 6, 7, and then 5, 8. Yeah, that's plenty. Why couldn't I do Androg again? I think it was just I was figuring this deck couldn't do Androg. On the other hand, Androg is actually less threat than the Cruel Robber. So... yeah, okay, so... my optionals look like this. Teardown is defending 4 and cancelling shadow effects. So this is fine. Now, my computer is lagging. Cruel Robber. Okay, so I'm going to have to discard an attachment defending player controls. I might just get rid of Angrist. I'm defending with a Gondolin Guard, so that's fine. Now, oh yeah, Baron has unexpected courage as well. So, along with... I didn't really need that Song of Parting, but I wasn't to know that in advance. So 5, 8, is more than the 7 I need for Thorweg, so he goes to the victory display, and I put 5 progress on the quest. Now, it's not specified, but it does just say place those progress tokens on the quest. So I assume that it does go to the active location first. All Galway enemies get -1 attack and 0 engagement cost as well. So they were -1 attack. Not that that made a difference. So 5 progress just clears that location. And then 5, 10. It's more than I need. Another 4 progress on the quest. But I can't use the Breathful Hand to drop my threat, I don't think, because I don't think that counts as destroying an enemy. And let's trigger Daron. Okay, so the treachery that begins with H was in the previous quest stage, so I definitely don't need to hold on to this. I could use it to try and zero the threat of a location after chumping, which, given the number of locations in the staging area, could be useful, but I mean, well, I have 1 copy of it still. I definitely don't need a second. So, that's it for that round. Control N. Let's take away these stat points. 3 damage. But I'm not sure that I want to attach him to Peerdown at this point. I might just be able to complete the quest this round. Extra resources. And draw a card. And the Secrets of Craft. And here let's discard Morwent, Aristotle, or Secret Toil finally turns up. I mean, there's actually some potential in that. Let's see, I don't have enough for Morwen, and I want to save the Test of Will. I can play Guildhall's Council. But, okay, so let's go Secret Toil, Exhausting Baron and Luthien. Top 5 cards of my deck. Okay. We own only 1 ally, 1 attachment, and they're both already in play. So that was a waste. But never mind. We'll be ready back up again. So yeah, it's just going to take 3 resources for Guildhall's Council, I suppose. Yeah, I can play Secrets of Craft again, and I will... Will I play it for this deck? No, let's play it for this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's play Doriath Messenger. I have no use for these resources. Nope, no use for them, so I'm going to bring them over here. In which case... no, this is fine. Okay, hold on, Damien, I don't know. Yeah, on this guy's. Oh! While it's in the staging area, discard cards at the end of the round. So, there we go. Nothing has happened with the encounter deck since then, so Makes no difference that I did it out of sequence. Now, well, let's Guildhall's Council. Let's also play Gather Information, just for the hell of it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 13, 14, 17 threat in the staging area. I'm making quest for 3, 8, 10, 12, 13, 18, enemy 21. That's as good as I can do. It's all these locations that are stuck in the staging area. Oh, I can send Daron on the quest rather than drawing cards with him. I might actually consider doing a side quest just because it seems like my chances of... Well, I'm not going to make significant headway into the main quest. On the other hand, maybe it's still better to start chipping away at it. So, okay. No, going to double back. Okay, right, that does not trigger Baron because thanks to the Green Elf Ranger, it's only 1 threat. So I make 5 progress and explore double back. Yeah. Each dex threat. 5. Remember to click out so that it remembers. And okay, now let's travel somewhere. I don't want the first Galway enemy really round against Surge, so Tilled Field. Okay, so now I have to engage Endrog, but that's, yeah, okay, that's the only one I have to engage. Six. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so Android is going to come down here. The Cruel Robber is going to come down here. Shadows. We'll have a Gondolin Guard defend against Arnor. After the attack resolves, deal 1 damage to the defending character. Well, he's attacking for 5 because I have 2 heroes with corruption, so dead anyway. Which means it attaches here along with this, so this location is now 0 threat. Because it still has that, well, it should be a forced effect, but it's not written as one. So maybe this wasn't the best idea, but whatever. This one Kyodan will defend. The shadow effect is cancelled. I have to discard an attachment, which is not a problem. Elf Friend I don't need anymore. And then let's attack with willpower for 5, 6. And 4 progress explores the location. And then at the end of the round, the Scotted Homestead wants me a Desperate Outlaw. Okay. Control N. I'm on computer. There we go. Extra resources. Hidden House. Don't know if I need it. Okay, how much threat is in the staging area now? 2, 4, 6, 7, 11, 13. Definite improvement. Discard Aerostore to Aerostore to draw a card. Pay 3 for another Elder of the Realm. Nothing useful leadership plans to play there, so I guess I'll play a Hidden House. Oh, no, I guess I will use Daron to draw some more cards. Okay, and then I'll discard Hidden House, and then I'll play Out of the Wild. Top 5. Okay. That's not too bad, actually. That is much more annoying. So that can go in the victory display. And let's also play this. Yeah, with these Green Elf Rangers, I'm just invalidating Baron totally, but never mind. Now 3 for Morwen. Okay, so 13 threat in the staging area. Oh, you know what? I can attach Daron to Kyodan, because he's already done his thing for the round. I suppose then he doesn't come back until the end of the round, and he would still be exhausted because he wouldn't ready because he wasn't in play. Maybe that's kind of ambiguous. I haven't actually played with Kyodan, the first stage Kyodan, that much, so I've never really considered these odd rules points. When the character comes back, do they stay exhausted if they were exhausted, or do they always come back ready? It's a really interesting ability, really. potentially confusing you. Okay, so 1 naming location, 1 naming enemy. We can quest 4, let's see, 5, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 9, so 21, 24. That's more like it. Let's go for that. And we reveal Bull Robber. Threat reduced to 0. And banded attack. Each player does X damage on one character controller. X is the number of Garwith enemies engaged with that player. So 1 here and 9 here. Both surges. Same thing again. Surges. Right, each player engaged with a Garwith enemy must discard all resources he controls. If a player does not discard at least 3 resources, deal 1 damage to each character he controls. How about no? Suppose if I remembered that that card existed, maybe I would have assigned my damage differently. But okay, I've added no additional threat, so I'm making 11 progress. Let's play Dreams from Arnor. Shuffle the comes down with its top card. Okay, it's Treachery. Technically I didn't shuffle there, but I had no knowledge of the encounter deck, so no difference. So that did nothing. I could get some extra progress out of this if I wanted to, but it's not that big of a deal. So let's travel to another tilled field. And I can engage 2 of these enemies. So I guess I should engage the higher threat ones. Let's see. I have this one here, and this one here. So we got these 2. Then let's see. I mean, yeah, I certainly could just anguish this guy. That wouldn't be getting the extra quest progress. But it would save me the defense. Well, the Gonfalon Guard will defend against Arnor. Okay, and I'm going to use Bar here to boost its defense. And yeah, I'm going going to Luthien, the Driven Outcast, and then Angrist. And over here, I can attack with 6 willpower. Oh, after this guy attacked, I had to discard an attachment. Song of Battle. Now, I always forget that when you have a bunch of things selected, it does that. Okay, this guy goes to the victory display, and I put for progress on the quest, which explores the location. Androg is still hanging around. Control N. Extra resources. Let's play this Frosted Sun. Down's runes. Start Down's runes. I mean Daron, not Daron's runes. Play another Dwarf of the Blue Mountains. Pay a resource to transfer the Dariath Messenger over here. So this deck can draw a card, which Unexpected Courage. I should have done this in the correct order, so I can play this, and okay, so now 2, 4, 5. Oh, had to trigger the Scattered Homestead. Not quest. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 7, 11 threat in the staging area. This might be the round. So, discard barricade, draw Aristar. Okay. So I quest for 3, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 21, 25. Narrow, but should work. Send the Battle Hound on the quest. Hasn't been doing anything. Reduced to 0 by Green Elf Ranger, and not reduced to 0. So that's either 2 threat, so I'm making 13 progress. Morwen allows me to raise my threat by 1 to give Morwen +1 willpower until the end of the round, limit twice per round. So I'm going to exhaust this dwarf and forge to heal Kierdan, and then this deck is going to raise its threat by 2 to increase my willpower by 2, so I make 15 progress. Nice. I obviously had some problems with all the locations mounted up in the staging area. It can turn out sort of weirdly differently between different playthroughs. I had a time in testing where I ended up with literally all of the Woodmen enemies in play, and I think no locations, or maybe one. So when I advanced, the staging area just instantly became completely clear, except for the new cards that I then revealed for stage 2. The place 5 progress tokens on this quest stage for each card in the discard pile of the dilemma deck is an interesting factor. Because obviously it's sort of thematic, because it represents the dilemmas in the dilemma discard pile represent the cases where you took the side of the Outlaws rather than the side of your own morals. But it tends not to come up for me, because generally I don't take the easy options on the dilemmas. I take the easy option by questing successfully for a few rounds so that I can build up a board state, as you saw, and then just take the hard option every time, unless I actually can't without killing a hero, which can happen. The low threat approach really can work wonders for this quest. I'm very pleased with how my Solitary Outlaw deck turned out. I'm pleased to have gotten use out of the Forge of Belagost, because I actually never have before. And yeah, let's see, was there anything else of particular interest left? Obviously got some good use out of Luthien and Angrist. Shame that Secret Toil took so long to turn up. Whereas again, it would have been more useful early on, where particularly when it came to the rounds where I was planning to quest unsuccessfully, I obviously didn't necessarily need to be questing with all my heroes, so I could have some spare hero actions to trigger Secret Toil, and that would help build up my board state. I basically found everything over here. Yeah, one thing which didn't come up in this playthrough, but came up in testing, which could have been interesting, is obviously if I wanted to use Luthien's ability on Androg or Forweg. Because there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to. They're unique, so it would cost 4 resources instead of 2. But and there's no reason why it shouldn't essentially work as normal, where it's just they're considered to be out of play. But because of the particular phrasing that you place them face down, you technically can't do that with these because they're double-sided, which is sort of a problem. And obviously, Ian didn't anticipate or think about double-sided cards when writing Luthien. And then, can you use Angrist on them? Because they're only sort of face down. You can still treat it the same, but it would be a little bit weird. I haven't got to trigger the Elder of the Realm, even though I obviously had plans. Of course, let's see, where is that treachery? Yeah, horn calls. That was half the reason why I included Hidden House and Tolbengen in the Kyodan deck, so that I could discard them with the Order of the Realm to cancel horn calls, because my whole strategy revolved around hopefully avoiding engaging enemies. But obviously it didn't quite work out that way. The Order of the Realm is kind of an interesting one anyway, because there are some letters that you can't match. So she's a bit more difficult than I immediately initially thought that she was. Anyway, I've successfully taken over this band of outlaws. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.